Speaking of, Defiant Ron DeSantis says they can't cancel me at New York City Jewish Leader Conference. Watch this.
If you look at what they're doing with the FBI, saying the FBI should get involved in school board meetings and look at these parents who are rightfully upset about what's happened in all these areas. And then, of course, we get more and more information every day to show you how the intelligence agencies and law enforcement were weaponized to create this Russia collusion conspiracy theory, which was false from the beginning and is obviously false now. That's not a normal government operating. That's a partisan bureaucracy that is wielding its power against people who dissent from the regime. You also look at what animates so many of these people. It's a woke ideology, which I think is much more dangerous than simply saying it's socialism. It is, but it's much more pervasive than that. It's a form of cultural Marxism. They want to take away the fabric of our entire society. That's why they're so interested in getting this into the schools. That's why they're so interested in taking down statues of Abraham Lincoln, Thomas Jefferson, George Washington's name off schools. This is a radical project. And let's just be clear, the woke are anti-Semitic. They are anti-Israel. We know that.
When the Tikva Fund, a conservative Jewish organization, first announced that Florida Governor Ron DeSantis would be speaking at their Jewish Leadership Conference, the original hosts at the Jewish Museum backed out. Following that, Chelsea Piers agreed to host the event. At the event, DeSantis claimed that as a victory. The National Review quotes him as saying, quote, "They can't cancel me. I'm going to speak my mind. You know, I saw that there was little opposition to me coming here. All I can tell you is this. When the left is having a spasm, that just tells you that in Florida, we are winning." Dozens of protesters gathered outside of the event with signs that had slogans like, "Chelsea Piers harbors hate," "Say gay," and "Don't say DeSantis." Since the event, Chelsea Piers has said that it will donate the money that they were paid for hosting to LGBTQ plus causes. You know, hearing him say that he won't be canceled, you know, this is the same as what I heard during the marriage campaign by people who were so used to winning that when they lost something, suddenly they became the victims. And, you know, he is playing that playbook. You know, basically, you know, I've been canceled. He has not been canceled.
We can cancel him in November.
Well, that's another story altogether, but it takes a lot of organization and a lot of money to do that. But we do have an opportunity in Florida if people come out and vote.
But it's just, I mean, he just terrifies me because he's smart and he knows exactly what he's doing and he's very strategic, and it's terrifying.
So terrifying, he is likely going to be successful in everything that he does. He's raised $100 million, to 3 reasonable Democratic candidates for governor that are very pro-LGBTQ community. They have definitely got their work cut out for them. And the reason is because he's raised $100 million. He's raised $10 to every dollar everyone else combined has done. Is principally not Florida, but national money. National money is pouring into Florida. It will be the most expensive governor spending race in the history of America because the national money is coming in to support their candidate for 2024. Trump is being destroyed. He is being destroyed. Yes, he's leading the polls of likelies in terms of the straw balloting that is going on. But we're watching what's going to destroy him. He is not going to be the candidate in 2024. The candidate is going to be Florida's Governor Ron DeSantis. And this is what we face. This guy is genius. He is everything Donald Trump was, but smart. And oh my goodness, do we have our hands full now?
And it just is with everyone at this table who have done the groundwork for LGBTQ in the community, it makes me wonder for myself, it's like, what are the years to come in Florida? With so much hatred that's going on, it's like, why? What's the reason? You know, it's
Well, I have to say that, Florida is experiencing now what the rest of the country will experience if Ron DeSantis becomes president.
Absolutely.
Because we already know that the courts are,
In Texas.
exactly, and the House is about to turn, and perhaps the Senate, and they will have all three branches. And I think that people have to really understand that something has to be done now if you want to prevent it from happening in 24.
LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Laura are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out Television Network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire